2012 at Tanglewood, you got to conduct half of the BSO concert with your dad. Was this the first time you guys had split a concert together? And can you just like take me through what the concert meant?
I think, yeah, no, that was very special, and you know, for me, I didn't expect that at all. But at the same time, you know, a few years before that concert, so there's a little bit of this backstory, which is my father was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and I mean, we knew, you know, he was struggling with some things and health-wise, and so, but he was still conducting, and he had a bad accident in, I think it was in Paris, and had to kind of be sidelined for, you know, the longest time, I think, in his career at that time. And they thought, okay, wouldn't it be great if you're healthy again, you know, why don't you conduct your first concert in Tanglewood? I think the BSO kind of approached him and asked, would you like to do that? And I forget whose idea it was now, but, you know, I was a fellow the previous year, and so I already kind of knew the orchestra, knew the organization, and of course we had been going to Tanglewood since I was a little boy, so, you know, it was sort of this familiar place, and I think someone just had the idea, well, if you cannot conduct an entire program, you know, if it's difficult, why don't you share it with your son?
Yeah.
You know, it's not, certainly wasn't my idea, you know, but, you know, obviously for me it was both terrifying and wonderful at the same time, because I felt, you know, it was not about it being my debut or anything like that, you know, still, because I was a fellow, I was there to learn. You know, as you know, we would do a lot of great concerts and things, so we had a lot of great things under our belt, but that was a different matter. And for me, it was actually, the focus was on, I want to be there for my dad. You know, I want to share that with him, and you know, support him, and also him having the opportunity to do that. I mean, he came to all my rehearsals, you know, sat in the back. He could have been home resting or whatever. And so it became just this great thing for me to get to know the musicians of the orchestra, and it was, the soloist was, first we did Kleine Nachtmusik. I opened with that, with the strings, and then Gerhard Opitz playing a Mozart piano concerto. And I, you know, with Opitz also, he's such a wonderful man, you know, he feels like my uncle, and it was just a wonderful, beautiful collaboration, and I'm very grateful for that we could do that. I don't remember if it's the first time that we shared a program, but we did it again for a special occasion in Brazil, because Rio de Janeiro, that's where my parents met in the orchestra. My mom was associate principal viola in the orchestra there, and so it's their city. It's like their city of love, Rio de Janeiro. And he was going to go and do a program about love, you know, with this orchestra that they knew that brought them together. And he thought, hey, why don't we share this program? And we did, you know, all the big love pieces, you know. We did the Tchaikovsky Romeo, we did selections from Prokofiev, Porgy and Bess, and what else did we do? One more piece. It'll come to me. But, you know, sort of all of these big, and selections from West Side Story. So, and so we would go back and forth and do this. So that was very special. But other than that, yeah, we didn't share too many programs.
Gotcha.